You may be wondering, Halloween, what are you doing? Now today, with Cooking with Helloween, we are going to be doing fairy cakes, also known as cupcakes, I guess, if you're... I don't know, I've always called them fairy cakes, that's what I assume they're called. Anyway, so what we're going to need for this, so as you can probably see, we need vanilla extract, important, we need hundreds of thousands for the little icing stuff later, the icing sugar, obviously, margarine, going to need some granulated sugar, going to need some self-raising flour, cupcakes, important for this bit, swing. And then we're going to need some eggs. Oh, also some milk, which is in the fridge behind me. So once you got all that together, the first thing to do is put 4 ounces of butter and the sugar in a bowl, like the whey bowl, one of these things, and then stick it into a big bowl. That's the sort of goal. Oh, and preheat your oven. Do that first. Just FYI, it's quite a lot of sugar, so don't be too surprised. That's the kind of amount you want. Swing. About that much butter. Yeah, it's quite a lot, but... you know, it looks more than it is. Also, it looks really yellow on here. What the hell? Freaky. Okay, we now got a bit of a paste, so what we do next is 2 eggs, 2 sort of beaten eggs, into there bit by bit. So pour a little bit of that into that every so often, mix it up, pour a bit more, mix it up, etc, etc. Oh, and 1 teaspoon of this, like teaspoon, not tablespoon. Don't put too much in. Little spoon. Put 1 of that in there too. There. Put in there. Okay, this time it should look kind of like... it looks way more yellow in this light than it does on mine. It looks kind of creamier on mine. So you've got all the eggs in there now. You've got all the bits in there. You've got the vanilla. The next is the flour and the egg. Now, how much flour is that? Let me look at my recipe a minute. Flour is 4 ounces again. So I'm going to need to get my scales back out to work out that one. So get 4 ounces of flour, but do it in carefully, like bit at a time. And add some milk in as well. How much milk do we add in? I'm not sure if anyone's actually going to follow it exactly like this. I'm doing it weirdly, but for milk, it's 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk, so probably start with 1 and then see how it goes. Anyway, let's do that. Okay, so we've got our mixture, which again looks really yellow on here, but I promise it isn't. So, it should be kind of like drippy. It's kind of drippy. Let's see if we can get a bigger spoon. Like, we want drippy, like... yeah, that's kind of what we want. So it's like a soft, sort of consistent, sort of splodgy stuff that smells kind of nice, which is good. Now, what we're going to do now is pop that into these. I'm going to stick it at 180 because this is a fan oven. I have no idea what the other types of oven are. Hold on, I will tell you. Oh, wait, it does tell you in here somewhere. Oh yeah, that's either 350F or gas mark 4. So, sweet. I don't know how many of these it's actually going to make. I could probably fit all of it in here. So what we're going to do now is put the stuff from the lovely bowl into here and hopefully stick it in the oven. Now this is going to get kind of messy, so I'm going to need both hands for this, I'm afraid. Okay, they're in. I'm only going to assume you're not anywhere near as clumsy as me and you make them way more even, but hey, we have our, you know, fairy cakes, which is cool. So what we need to do now is, we want 15, 16, 17, 80, we want to slap these in for about 10 minutes. That's a promising sounding noise. And then I'm going to slap this on for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes. Alright, the cake's in the oven. Let's see how this fares. Okay, while we're waiting for those to cook, I've chucked in the icing sugar. Now the recipe I've got over there reckons you got to have 300 grams worth of icing sugar. I think that's way too much. I mean, I've got just over 150 there, 163. That is loads. I don't know how these are doing anyway. How are you doing in there? Ooh, they've risen. They've risen way more than I thought they would. I think I've overkilled the fairy cakes. Never mind. Better more fairy cake than less fairy cake, I suppose. Anyway, so what we're going to be doing here is slapping this in there and I'm trying not to inhale bits of icing sugar. And I'm going to add some water. Wow, I can taste that. Lovely. Need a gas mask in here. So what we need now is 2 to 3 tablespoons of water, and then we can just mix that in theory. I think. Unless I've duffed this up. I don't think so. Yeah, we just got to like stir in loads of water. I think 2 or 3 tablespoons should be plenty, but I'll try. Anyway, let's get some icing sugar on the go. So yeah, about that. So it needs to be like a reasonably thick consistency so you can drizzle it on. Taste it if you're not sure. Seriously, it tastes so nice. Just don't taste too much of it, otherwise you'll be like dying. Ooh, fairy cakes are ready. Ooh, how do they look? How do they look? Oh, that looks promising, that does. Ooh, the heat coming out of there. Right, let's go get these out. Sorry, I have to excuse the gloved nature of this, but all those came out lovely. Look at that. Yeah, I reckon I could get a couple more out of there, to be honest. Like, those are pretty hefty looking cakes. And I've managed to singe a bit of cake to the table. That's fantastic. Oh, those look great. Those look really, really good. I'm very happy with those. Okay, now we've got to wait for them to cool down and then we can put some icing on. Sweet! Okay, now they're out of the oven and they're kind of cooled down, which is good. So yeah, way cooler now. What we can do is add the icing in. Now I did end up adding way more in there than originally thought because it was ending up being a bit too runny, which is fine. Just gotta correct it. So we've kind of got like an interesting consistency now. It's solidy, I guess. It's smooth but solid, if that makes sense. Like icing should be. So what we're gonna do is attempt to put it on there. Now, can I do this with the camera held? Is the question. Let's see. So let's. Right. Let's plonk a little bit of icing on. Oh god, disaster. Disaster. Okay. Twist. It's fine. Recoverable. 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 Okay, we can do this. Okay. And I need something to squish the icing down. I don't have anything to hand. Oh, utter disaster. Do I have a fork? Do I have a fork? Do I have a spoon? Some sort of spoon fork. Spoon? Can we do that? Can we? No, lost cause. Ooh, icing. Oh. Okay, shouldn't do that, but oh, it's so nice. Okay, I'm gonna go do the rest of these. However, oh, that's so tasty. Freaking icing sugar. I'm gonna put some of these on as well. So I'm not gonna do that while holding the camera. Or can I? Can I? Shall I risk it? Shall I risk it? What do you reckon? No. No. Hold on. This is stupid. Ah. Between legs is the way forward. Right. You wouldn't believe how difficult it is. So imagine people cook with a GoPro or something. Wait for it. There we go. Now, like I said, I ain't no artist, but I reckon that'll taste pretty good. Cool. Well, I gotta do the rest of these now. I'll show you the finished product. And there we have the extremely messy end result, but I don't know, they look kind of tasty. The icing's now hardening, so I'm just gonna wait for that to happen, but yeah, there we go. Fairy cakes, or cupcakes. So that was cooking with Helloween. I guess we've already done gingerbread men now, and we've done fairy cakes. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, they look so nice. I'm gonna have some of these for my dinner. Well, I'm gonna have to do something with them, because I can't eat all these by myself. There's a lot. And I think I started out with too much icing sugar on these, and as I got towards the end, I started to run out. Oh well. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the little video. I know it's like a bit silly, and it's not exactly LP material, but hey, fairy cakes. Thanks for watching, guys.